I thought I had the perfect marriage until one text ruined everything. Throw away because some of our friends lurk here. I'm a guy in my mid 30s, married for 7 years, together for 10. Up until a few weeks ago, I would have described my marriage as boring in the best possible way. Stable, safe, built on trust. I work long hours, nothing glamorous, just grinding to keep our life comfortable. My wife, Lena, works in an office downtown. She's always been sharp tongued, a little dramatic, but I thought that was just her personality. We had routines Sunday groceries, dumb Netflix shows, inside jokes no one else understood. I genuinely believed we were a team. That's why the changes felt so small at first. She started coming home later. Not insanely late, 8:30, sometimes 9. Work's crazy, she'd say, tossing her bag down, already irritated. If I asked a follow-up question, she'd snap, "Do you want me to lose my job or something?" I backed off. I didn't want to be that guy. She guarded her phone more too, face down on the table, taking it to the bathroom, smiling at messages, then instantly going blank when I walked in. When I joked, "Wow, who's more interesting than me?" she rolled her eyes and said, "Grow up, it's Slack." I believed her, because why wouldn't I? Her best friend, Maya, asked me out for coffee one afternoon, said she just wanted to catch up. Halfway through, she looked uncomfortable, stirring her drink like it had personally offended her. She finally said, "You're happy, right?" I laughed. Ah, yeah. Why? She hesitated. No reason, just make sure you're paying attention. That stuck with me. Then there was the neighbor, Mrs. Klein, the kind who knows everyone's business. One evening she said, "Your wife's car wasn't here all night yesterday." I told her Lena had worked late. Mrs. Klein raised an eyebrow and said, "Ah, work." The way she said it made my stomach twist. Still, I told myself I was being paranoid. Marriages go through phases. Stress happens. Until last Friday. Lena was in the shower. What? Her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I wasn't snooping. I swear I wasn't. The screen lit up and I could not see it. I can't stop thinking about last night. Same place tomorrow? No name. Just a contact saved as a single letter. My heart started pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. I stood there, phone vibrating again, my entire world suddenly feeling fake, like a set that was about to collapse. Little did I know, this was just the beginning. Update 1. Things got worse. Fast. After that text, I didn't sleep. At all. Lena came out of the shower, wrapped in a towel, totally relaxed. Humming, like my entire reality hadn't just cracked open. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed proof, or at least something that told me I wasn't losing my mind. A few days later, she mentioned a mandatory work mixer. Her tone was already defensive. "You don't have to come," she said quickly. "It's boring, just coworkers." Normally, I'd stay home. That night, something in my gut twisted. "I'll come," I said casually. She froze, just for half a second, then scoffed. "Why? You hate those things." "Thought I'd support my wife," I replied. The event was at a hotel bar downtown. Loud music, fake smiles, office small talk. Lena disappeared almost immediately, saying she had to say hi to people. I stood there, nursing a drink, scanning the room like an idiot. Then I saw her. She was standing near the bar with a guy in a tailored suit. Confident, too close. His hand rested on the small of her back like it belonged there. She laughed, not her polite laugh, but the real one, the one I hadn't heard at home in months. My chest tightened. I walked closer, close enough to hear him say, "You're trouble, you know that?" She smirked. "You love it." When she noticed me, her face dropped. I pulled her aside. "Who is that?" Her eyes flashed. "Oh my God, seriously? I asked you a question." "He's my boss. We were talking about work." "With his hand on your back?" That's when she snapped. She laughed, sharp, mocking. "Wow, you're embarrassing me right now." "I'm embarrassing you?" "Yes. You're being paranoid and insecure. Do you know how that looks?" People were staring. "I saw the text," I said quietly. Her face went red. "What text? Don't do that." She exploded. "You went through my phone? Are you insane?" She hissed. "This is why I can't talk to you anymore. You twist everything." She stormed off, grabbed her coat, and left me standing there alone. On the drive home, she screamed the entire time, told me I was controlling, that I needed therapy, that if I didn't trust her, that was my problem. But here's the thing she didn't know yet. When she stormed out, she left her purse behind, and inside it was a receipt that changed everything. Update 2. I wasn't paranoid. I was just late to the truth. Lena didn't notice she'd left her purse behind until we got home. She stormed straight to the bedroom, slammed the door, and blasted music like a teenager throwing a tantrum. I stood in the kitchen, her purse still on the counter, staring at it like it was ticking. And I told myself I wouldn't snoop. I lasted about 30 seconds. I wasn't digging for secrets. I just wanted to return it to her and be done with the night. But when I picked it up, a folded slip of paper fell out and landed face up on the floor. A receipt. Hotel letterhead. Downtown. Date from 2 weeks ago. Room charge, 2 cocktails, late checkout. My hands started shaking. 2 weeks ago, she told me she was working late and crashed at Maya's because she was too tired to drive. I remembered that night clearly because I'd offered to pick her up and she snapped. Stop hovering. I went cold. I carried the purse to the bedroom and held up the receipt. What's this? She barely glanced at it. Why are you going through my stuff now? It fell out. Explain it. She rolled her eyes so hard I thought they'd get stuck. It's a work thing. We had clients in town. At midnight, with cocktails and a room? You're exhausting, she said flatly. Do you have any idea how stressful my job is? I pointed at the date. You told me you stayed at Maya's. She shrugged. Plans changed. I said Maya's name again. Her jaw tightened. Why are you dragging her into this? Because I'm going to ask her. That's when Lena lost it. He won. She started crying, loud, dramatic, sudden, accused me of interrogating her, of trying to control her, of wanting her to be miserable like you are. She grabbed a pillow and threw it at me. Nothing happened, she screamed. You're looking for reasons to be angry. But she wouldn't meet my eyes. That night, she slept facing the wall, scrolling on her phone for hours. At 2 a.m., I saw her typing fast, smiling to herself, then deleting messages when she noticed me watching. The next morning, I texted Maya. Hey, random question. Did Lena stay with you a couple weeks ago? There was a long pause. Then, no. Why? My chest dropped. While I was still staring at my phone, another message came in from an unknown number. Hey, man. You don't know me, but we should talk. It's attached was a photo. Lena, in a parking lot, laughing, getting into a car I didn't recognize, and sitting behind the wheel was the same guy from the bar. Little did I know, this was the moment everything crossed a line I couldn't uncross. Update 3. I wish I had never unlocked that screen. After that anonymous message, something in me shifted. The denial phase ended. The maybe I'm crazy voice went silent. I wasn't a jealous husband anymore. I was a guy staring at a burning house, realizing the smoke alarms had been screaming for weeks. Lena left her phone on the kitchen counter while she showered. No dramatic music. No thunder. Just steam from the bathroom and the faint sound of her singing like nothing in the world was wrong. Her passcode? My birthday. The irony almost made me laugh. My hands felt numb as I opened her messages. I didn't even have to search. The conversation was pinned to the top. A contact saved as a single letter. M. I tapped it. I wish I hadn't. There were months of messages, flirting, complaints about me, jokes about how oblivious I was, pictures she never sent me, voice notes. Plans, hotel names, inside jokes, references to things she'd told me were girls' nights or late meetings. One message burned into my brain. He believes everything. You're safe. I'm yours tonight. I felt like I'd been punched in the chest. The shower turned off. Panic hit. I put the phone back exactly where it was, heart racing, palms sweaty. She walked out wrapped in a robe, hair wet, looking relaxed. Why do you look like you saw a ghost? She smirked. I saw your messages. For a second, real fear flickered in her eyes. Then she went nuclear. You violated my privacy? Are you out of your mind? You're sleeping with him. No, I'm not, she snapped instantly. You're twisting words. You're sick. I saw everything. You saw nothing. You don't understand sarcasm or work culture or anything clearly. I started listing details, hotels, dates, the parking lot photo, her lies. She threw her phone across the room. You drove me to this, she screamed. You're boring. You're emotionally unavailable. You never listen. What did you expect for me to rot? Not once did she say sorry. Not once did she deny loving the attention. She crossed her arms, chin raised. So what now? You gonna cry? Call your mommy? Divorce me? You don't have the spine. I looked at the woman I thought I'd grow old with and realized she wasn't even trying to pretend anymore. But what she didn't know was that while she was screaming at me, her phone buzzed again. And this time the message wasn't flirty, it was urgent, and it changed everything. And that's where everything I thought I knew started to fall apart. What I discovered next made it clear this wasn't just a misunderstanding, it was a full betrayal. The next part of this story is even darker, and honestly, I wasn't prepared for it. That's coming in the next video. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next, and hit like if you want to see how this story really ends.